got my cold press watercolor paper all taped down and ready to go. And I've just got a selection of my Kuretake paints. I've got indigo, blue grey deep, I've got a cream, and I've also got a gold. And I'm just putting blocks of colour down. As you can see, I've taped the page into 4 sections and just adding those paints. They're sort of touching each other, they're all still wet, so they are merging into each other, and that's fine, but they're sort of little blocks, little sections of paint, and just filling that in. I love the blues with all of this gold, and your cream is sort of its anchor. It sort of holds it all together there. It's your neutral colour. So I'm just filled all of that in, and you're going to need to let that dry. And then I've grabbed some thick gold pens and a black pen. So adding bands with this Posca pen here, some big thick band there, and I've got the gold pen, lovely thick band, just separating the colours out. And then I just thought it'd be nice to add some patterns there across that blue. The gold pen really does look lovely against that blue. And then outlining the shapes that I've got here. So you'll be using the paint as your guide, and you're going to be outlining that paint with these bands of blocky kind of black and gold. So that's really easy to do. Once you've got your paint down, you grab your pens, you follow your lines, and then if you want to doodle on top like I am here, you can just add some little bands there across the paint that you've already got. So here I've got the bands of gold, and then I decided that I'd get the black Posca pen and outline those bands of gold. Just makes it pop a little bit, I thought, and I was just enjoying myself so much I thought, why not? So I think the black looks really good against that gold, makes it pop a little bit, and you're just making that line a little bit thicker, and it really shows up very well, I think. So when you've done all of those bands, then what I've got is little squeegee bottles. I've filled them up with some black paint, and then I'm going to mark make with them. So I've got my little squeegee bottle, and I'm just squeezing it very gently out of the bottle, and it's sort of like drawing with it. It's just really fun doing these lines and then dragging some more paint down this little section here. Love these squeegee bottles. They are just so fun to use. If you haven't got these bottles, what you could do is get a very fine brush with your black acrylic paint and then make these kind of marks. So it doesn't really matter whether you have or you haven't got these, you can still do this particular piece. So now I'm doing these little round circles here across that cream, some little lines across the blue there. I'm just going with whatever pops into my mind. I'm just thinking, yep, I'll fill that space up and do some lines and circles across there. I have to keep reminding myself that I've got these lines down the page and that I don't actually put my palm on the page. There's been so many times when I've done that and I've just really ruined it, squashed it, and thought, well, I'll have to do some pens on top. But it's worked out okay, not too bad. So I have waited for that acrylic paint to dry. So it's all lovely and dry, and I've now got some finer lines. This is a Uniball broad pen, and I've got a black fine liner, and I'm just having a look at the spaces and just thinking, well, what can I do here? So I'm just adding some shapes. I've also got a bronze Uniball pen, so I am using that, and you can see that here. So just doing some little sections there. Really cute. Really enjoying my time there. As you can see, this is just so easy to do. Once you've got that paint down and then you've done some lines, then you just grab these finer pens and you just look at what you've got and just mark make on top of there. Just go with your feelings. Don't worry too much about it. Just see what happens. And sometimes it'll work out, sometimes it won't. But as long as you're enjoying the process, that is the main thing. So I hope you get to try this. I hope you like it. If you like it, maybe you could like and subscribe. that would be great. Or maybe you'll leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. Love to see what you're up to. Are you going to try this? Or maybe you're going to try some different colours. I think this would look great in most colours. So let me know in the comments. We would really, really appreciate hearing from you. There is a new thing that YouTube are pushing out, which is hype, which if you like this, then it gives you the option to hype it. You just scroll across and you should have that hype button. However, some devices you can't actually do that on, so not quite sure what you're watching on, but you may or may not be able to do that. And if you do that, it just means gives YouTube a message to say that you like it and will push it out further. So when you have filled up all the space with all your lovely doodles, then what you'll need to do is heat up the tape with a hairdryer or something similar and pull it off very, very carefully, and then you can reveal your 4 lovely sections. So you could just keep it as it is, or you could cut it up and maybe do something else with it, or use them as tags or something along those lines. Or maybe you have an idea and you could let me know what you do with them. I would really love to hear. So as you saw, really easy to do. Hope you get to try. Thanks so much for watching and hope to see you again soon. Okay then, bye.